$1,838.70 profit is the result I got from trading for 1 week. Stay tuned to find out how and show you how I did it. Today's Friday, and we'll be using Bing Chat to trade stocks the following week. Imagine using ChatGPT but with online access. That's what we get with Bing Chat, and we can actually try to have it use current market data and news to give us a stock to invest in. In the end, you'll see how I made 7.56% profits in 1 week from the initial investment. Bing Chat actually has really cool options where you could choose to get an answer from creative, balanced, or precise. With my engineered prompt, it only works with creative due to Bing's restrictions in providing financial advice. I'll be showing you 5 days of trading using this exact prompt. This prompt asks Bing to be a professional stock trader that uses news bias and stock information to give me their best guess on a stock ticker that'll have the highest chance for the highest profits on a select date. Alright, let's ask Bing Chat for our first stock pick of the week. Here's what it says. As you could see by the results, it even tells us not to use their decision, so thankfully it got bypassed enough to give us the results anyway. It looks like it prefers to use volume indicators more, and we'll be finding stocks based on those indicators. Its analysis is thinking that GNFC will have the highest profits since it used 4 different indicators on the daily chart for the past year. These indicators showed strong support in the stock, and that tomorrow will generate profits. I'll purchase GNFC right now at $5.59 before the market closes and show you the results tomorrow. It's time to check out how our first stock pick did today. Let's take a look at the chart of GNFC. Wow, look at that! GNFC went up by 2.26% today. I purchased 50 shares yesterday at an average price of $621.59. That means we made a profit of $701.50 in 1 day. That's amazing! Right before the market closed, I sold them at an average price of $635.62. That's a great start for our challenge. Let's see if Bing Chat can keep up this performance for the rest of the week. Wow, this time Bing Chat gave us 5 stocks to choose from: Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, and Nvidia. These are all big names in the tech industry, and they've been performing well lately. Bing Chat explains how it used 7 indicators to rank these stocks: OBV, MACD, RSI, MFI, VWAP, EMA, and accumulation and distribution line. It also gives us some details about each stock's performance and potential. You could pause the video if you want to read more about them. But out of these 5 stocks, which one did Bing Chat pick as the best one for today? Well, according to its analysis, it picked Nvidia, because it has the strongest revenue and earnings growth. It also says that Nvidia has a higher analyst rating and target prices, so it's looking to break out soon. So let's buy some Nvidia shares before the market closes and see what happens tomorrow. Nvidia exploded today. It went up by 0.88%. I purchased 100 shares yesterday at an average price of $289.21 each. That means we made a profit of $254 in 1 day. That's awesome. The stock exploded in the morning and had an uptrend for most of the day. I wanted to sell it really bad here at the peak, but decided to keep holding until the end of the day. I then sold the shares for an average price of $291.75. That's 2 days in a row that Bing Chat gave us profitable stocks. Can it keep this up for the rest of the week? Let's find out. This time Bing Chat only gave us 1 stock, Apple, but it seems very confident about it. It says that Apple has positive momentum based on its MACD and RSI values, and that it'll likely go up tomorrow. It also mentions that Apple has a 4-to-1 stock split coming up on June 1st, which could attract more buyers. So let's buy some Apple shares before the market closes and see what happens tomorrow. The Apple stock movement was intense. I bought 150 shares at an average price of $171.76 each yesterday before the market closed. The stock dipped so much in the morning and stressed me out a ton, but thankfully the tide turned midday and the stock shot up and kept going up. By the end of the day, I sold all my shares for an average price of $172.52, which was a 0.44% growth. This added $114 to the total profits made this week, making it 3 days in a row that Bing Chat gave us profitable stocks. This is unbelievable! Can it do this for 2 more days? Let's see. Interesting. This time Bing Chat used 3 different methods to find the best stock for tomorrow: news bias analysis using allsides.com, MACD and RSI indicators, and volume and volatility filters using finviz.com. It says that it used these methods to narrow down its list of potential stocks from thousands to 10. Then it compared these 10 stocks based on their performance in the past month. Finally, it picked Amazon as the best stock for today because it has the highest volume, momentum, and growth among them. It also gives us some details about Amazon's recent earnings report and future prospects. You could pause the video if you want to read more about them. So let's buy some Amazon shares before the market closes and see what happens tomorrow. I bought 150 shares at an average price of $115.25 each yesterday. In the pre-market, Amazon exploded upwards and even throughout the day, making big leaps up. There was a point when it plummeted and I was worried, but it went right back up to finish the day off at a high point. I was able to sell the stock for an average price of $118.01, which is a huge 2.39% profit. So with all the shares sold, it added $414 to the total this week. That's 4 days in a row that Bing Chat gave us profitable stocks. This is incredible. Can it do this one more time? Let's find out. All right, let's ask Bing Chat for our 5th and final stock pick of the week. Here's what it says. This time Bing Chat picked REGN as the best stock for tomorrow. It says that REGN had an adjusted net margin of 42.6% for the past 12 months, which is the highest among S&P companies. It also shows that the MACD and RSI values are promising and can result in positive results tomorrow. I really like how it uses different methods in finding the best stock. There's much more info if you guys want to pause and read. Now for our final stock, REGN, which I bought 30 shares of at an average price of $747.28 yesterday and watched it grow today. Today the price shot up in the morning and stayed even for the rest of the day, so there was no stressing out today. Once the day was almost over, I sold my shares for an average price of $759.12, which is a 1.58% growth. This added $355.20 to our total for the week. Can you believe it? Bing Chat's AI just outperformed professional stock traders. It used its amazing online search tool powered by GPT-4 to guess a profitable stock every day for 5 days straight. And guess what? It made us a stunning $1,838.70 in 1 week. That's a 7.56% return on our investment. This is only the beginning. Imagine what other AI tools we can use to achieve financial success. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more cool ways to increase finances with the power of AI, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks for watching.